Hey, Avante. First one in. Thank you so much. Oh, I see a few more people hopping on in here. I'm waiting on my guest, Mr. TJ Jackson. And I am early. Um, but thank you all for hopping on in here. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Okay, perfect. I was on mute. I was on mute. My apologies. Hey there, Teresa. Teresa Stokes Gates. Okay. Hey there. Yes, I am waiting on my guest. In the meantime, because y'all know your girl like to be a little bit early. It's like going to church so you can get on that middle, either that middle row. You can't get right on the front, but you gotta get in the middle. But you guys know that we have been talking about this new cult member. This new cult member had created his own. I don't even know what to call it because I was like, I know you are not trying to replace the highest. So I had to holler at this dude just to see, what he was all about. And he is an official Ruthless family member because y'all know I try to show all the love to all of the Ruthless fam, okay? Yes, Avante, I am going to miss Ruthless as well because y'all know what the t-shirt says, Ruthless Addict. I need to put Ruthless Addict for life now because thankfully the show is not going anywhere anytime soon. Thank y'all who are over here on YouTube. I have a few, like 10 minutes before my Facebook will start streaming. So hopefully all this stuff works. I'm new to this StreamYard situation. StreamYard is supposed to allow me to stream not just on YouTube, but also on Facebook. So I'm hoping Facebook works out because we have some ruthless actors over there that need to come on over here to YouTube. But you know me, I'm going to spread the love everywhere that I can. Everywhere that I can, y'all. So thank y'all so much for those of you that are early. I do appreciate it. Let's see. Oh, that's delicious. Okay. So I'm going to probably have people streaming from everywhere. Yes, we absolutely love. Yes. There you go, Teresa. Yes, I love that show as well. Ruthless Addict, Teresa. If you haven't gotten your Ruthless Addict t-shirt, what you waiting on, sis? You need to get that. You need to get that Ruthless Addict t-shirt. Yes. You can hit up Cookies Designs over on Instagram for your t-shirt. Or you can send me your email and I could just send you a invoice. You know how that go. But yes, we absolutely love Ruthless over here. I am indeed a Ruthless addict. I am indeed. I don't know what I'm gonna do since they've announced it. Like there's nothing we can do. They've announced it mid-season break. So which kind of sucks. Hey Lauren, how are you? But yeah. Hey Jacqueline Jackson. Okay. Let me let me throw y'all in here. Yes, Ruthless Addicts. Y'all might as well put your first name, last name, and in quotations, Ruthless Addict, because that's just what it is. We are trying to I was hoping that they would give us a little time to come on back, but come back a little bit earlier than what we have. But it's all good. But you guys, I'm going to go ahead and get this thing started because I see that my guest is in the room. Present to some, introduce to others, the TJ Jackson. So let me go ahead and get this thing started. Hello, sir. How are you?
Hey, I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm great. Thank you so much for joining us because, I was talking bad about you for a minute now. I was like, who is this dude? Has created his own little picture with that replaced the highest and everything. Like, what's up with that?
Yeah, I was cracking up at that.
That's dope, though. Hey, what a way to introduce yourself.
And thank you. I appreciate it. Hey, thanks for having me too.
Absolutely. I don't know if you're familiar with me, but I am the type of person or the ruthless fan lover that talks to everybody, not just the main stars, the main characters. I'm talking the background, front ground, featured, everything, because they're just as important as those main cast.
I agree. Totally agree.
So, with that being said, we'll go ahead and get this thing started. Who is TJ Jackson?
Well, first, it's a pleasure to be here. So thanks again. I really appreciate it. Nice to be welcomed into the Rakadushi. And all of the fans have been so amazing with this journey for me and this introduction. So thank you guys so much for welcoming me with open arms. I really do appreciate it. I'm an actor, believer, brother, entrepreneur, just a Southern Texas boy from Tyler, Texas, all the way over here to the ATL, trying to make dreams happen. So I enjoy, encourage, motivating people, inspiring people to go after their dreams. I used to work with youth for 8 years, and that was my purpose behind all of that. It's just to get them to believe bigger than they've ever believed before. So that's who I am. I'm just here to try to encourage somebody else to go after theirs.
Absolutely, absolutely. That's an awesome thing because a lot of people don't try to help others. It's like they're all about that's what we need. Someone that's willing to reach back and help other people. So I commend you. I commend especially the youth. They definitely need guidance. So I absolutely commend you for
Absolutely.
that.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm trying to find a ways where I can contribute even here. So I when I worked with the youth back in Maryland, actually, I moved to Maryland when I was 15, and I worked on a military base at Fort Meade, and it was partnered with the BGCA. And it's so funny because yesterday I saw a video with my mentor, Denzel Washington, and he's like the national spokesperson for the BGCA. So it was nice to see him just interacting with the kids again. And it's one of the main reasons why I look up to him so much because it's I want to follow in those footsteps, find a way to be able to give back to our youth and help them go after their dreams. So it's kind of cool because when I first started with the youth, they were in third grade and now they're like 24, 23, 24 years old, and it's cool because I stay connected with them, and so I hear them now telling me, Mr. TJ, like it's because of you that I'm doing this, or that I'm going after my dreams, or that I'm pursuing this because of you. So to be able to live in a lifetime, because not you don't always get that. Sometimes you inspire the next generation, but you don't get to see that generation walk into their purpose and their calling because of you. And so to be able to live in a lifetime where I can even see it happening and witness it with my own eyes is just a tremendous like blessing. I'm grateful for that.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, how did you become part of the Ruthless family?
So I talked to Tyler and I was like, yo, put me on the show. No, I'm just playing. That's not how that happened.
Hey,
That's not how that happened. It's so funny because all of my like family back in Texas, they're like, you need to call Tyler up and tell him to put you on the show. You need to call Tyler up and tell him to put you in the show. I was like, guys, that is not how it works. But I received an audition for the cult member. So initially it was the cult member that I received an audition for. And they ended up changing it over because of some things that happened. Tyler liked me. Tyler even told me like good job and everything. Like it was just great. And so he ended up bringing me back. And when he brought me back, that's when they elevated me to Josiah. And so that's how you guys got Josiah.
absolutely. So, what did you do to prepare to be Josiah?
You know, it's like any role to a certain extent. And I say that because you do your homework, you do the research, you prepare. For me, I've been studying with Carol Hickey out in Austin, Texas, on strengthening my imagination to be able to really jump into that reality too, um, and fully, be there by using my imagination, not like feeling like I have to go and like try this and do this to be able to experience it, but just with my imagination, because our imagination is limitless. So being able to use that and strengthen that so I can fully jump into this reality too. And so that's how I prepared for the audition, and then I carried that over into the world of Ruthless. but then to the extent part is because this is not no ordinary show. Like this is not like just your everyday type of life. Like being a part of a cult is a different mindset. And so to be able to authentically like show that and explore that, you have to make sure I had to make sure that I understood how they talked. I had to make sure I understood like that whole lifestyle, what brought Josiah to the camp, because you guys are seeing him for the first time, and it's kind of like throwing him into the fire. Like this was like mid-season. It was literally the last season before the mid-season finale. Um, so it's like, whoa, where did this guy come from? But for me, I've been there. Even though you haven't seen me,
Right.
I've been there. And as the actor, that's how I have to approach it. I have to go with that mindset like this is not my first show or my first episode. I've been here, living here. I made a choice to come here, all of those things. So that's how I prepared for this particular show.
Right. So, I was giving you the side eye because I'm like, how's he gonna talk to Andrew like that? I know I didn't throw this question at you, but what was it like working with Blue Kimball?
You know what's crazy? Blue was so down to earth, and Blue made me feel welcome. From the beginning, he just had this warmth and just welcoming spirit, and I connected with him off the bat. I connected with everyone from the beginning. I will say that about this cast is they really, and I don't know if it's because they've been around each other for so long, because I'm coming in at season three, but they really, it feels like a family. They really do look after one another. And because the way Tyler films, like Tyler films so fast, like so you have to have each other's back. You got to make sure that, I got you. I'm not gonna let you drop the ball type of thing. So, but Blue, working with Blue was fun. Because I didn't know exactly what he was gonna do and how he was gonna do it. But it was fun. It was fun working with Blue and playing with that last line actually when he walks out and he says to the Raku, that wasn't in the script. So I didn't even remember that I had said for the Raku after he said that until I watched the episode.
Right.
And so that was kind of full fun because it was just witnessing really being in this world. So it was fun working with Blue.
Absolutely. And that just to go to that last line that you said, and Mr. Perry kept it in there. So that's awesome in itself.
Right.
Okay. All
Right,
right.
because there was a look that I gave him when he walked out of the room, right? And so again, I completely forgot that I even did that. And so it's cool when you get to go back and you see that he kept it in there because it added some layers and depth to the scene
Right.
and to Josiah. So
Right.
it's like, wait a minute, what does he know? What is he thinking? Type of thing. So I love that he kept that.
Yeah, I love that also. I wouldn't have known that it wasn't there initially. Because like I said, well, Andrew was like one of our favorite characters, and
Hmm.
for someone to kind of challenge him, but then I also understand it from the Raku aspect
Hmm.
because I'm loving it here. Like, why are you questioning me about how I feel about being in the Raku, or are you testing me so that you
Hmm.
can go and tell and report to somebody whether or not I'm not loyal. So
Right.
I like that. I'm loving your character already. I'm really loving your character.
Thank you. Thank you.
Absolutely. So being Josiah, going home after being Josiah, how did you transition from going back from being Josiah to going back to being TJ? How did you transition? Because they seem to be two different characters, two different people.
Yeah, it's cool because it's kind of like what I was talking about earlier, that reality two, that imagination. So my reality one is you and I talking, TJ, and not, we're talking here, and reality two is Josiah, that world. And so for me, I'm grateful because I learned early on in my career that I was able to jump back into my reality one, that I wasn't going to get lost in my reality too. And I was grateful for that because I learned that on a role that I did, and it was a very dark role. I actually almost turned down the audition for that role. So I did not expect to book this role for a different project. And so I was grateful to learn at that stage of my career that I won't get lost in this reality too, that I'm able to come back
Right.
quickly. So when it's time to go back to reality too, I can. So I'm I'm grateful for that skill set.
Absolutely, because a lot of people have a hard time transitioning.
Mhm.
And some people can take those characters home and forget, hey, you can't be beating on me because you're not that character.
Right. Like I
So,
would hate to be like Ike Turner and taking that character home with me. Like
right,
wait a
okay.
minute, Ike. Hold on, you were acting, all right?
You're like, I ain't with that boot with Tina with the boot. Nah. Absolutely, absolutely. All right. So tell me what is, well, first of all, for the people that are just tuning in, I just want to remind you that I am here with the TJ Jackson who plays Josiah currently on Ruthless. Okay? So with that being said, what inspires you? What inspires TJ?
I actually really like this question because most of the time we get who inspires us, which is another valid and great question, but I don't rarely get what inspires me. So I appreciate this question. I get inspired by when people take action. That inspires me. When people keep their word, when people have, a sense of integrity and, a purpose. That inspires me. Their actions, them following through what they said they were going to do. Actions inspire me. People with vision inspire me.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So then how did Mr. Perry inspire you?
Man, come on, no, it's
I
Mr. Perry.
know.
It's Mr. Perry, man. Just knowing about his story, even the little bit that I do know of, we all know where he started, and to see where he is now, to the point where he has like, I think it's like a landing strip, like at his home or whatever, to see where he is now. Yeah, that's inspiring. When you
Absolutely.
get to see people persevere and persist and don't give up, never quit. So his story in itself inspires me, and work and being on set with him. So it was an eye opener for me because I had heard the stories. I had heard the stories like, man, he filmed so fast. He literally maybe 120 something pages a day. So I wanted to make sure that I was ready, that I came with a perspective for Josiah, that I came with um, my story, that I'm bringing something to the table. I didn't want to come there and not be ready or feel like I need you to direct me or I need you to tell me what to do, right? Because I didn't want to get washed because it's going too fast. He doesn't have time for that. He needs people that's ready to go. You know what you want to do, and that it's crazy because that's literally what Mark Swinton told us. We got to have a call with him, a Zoom call with him, those that were new to this season. And he told us, he said, we literally cast based off the audition. And we picked the ones who already had an understanding of this world, and their performance is what we envisioned for this episode or the season, whatever the case may be.
Right.
They already understood and was already in this world. So because we filmed too fast, so we needed people who were coming in and they were ready to go. They knew exactly. We literally want you guys to do exactly what you did in the audition.
Wow.
So like I posted a video of my self-tape to audition, and when you watch that, it seamlessly transitioned into the scene because there wasn't much difference in the self-tape to the performance itself in the scene because that's what they were looking for. They wanted people like that. So for me, working with him and being on set with Tyler and just seeing it up person, up close in person, and how fast he works and just the vision that he has, he knows exactly what he wants to see. And if you if you don't give it, like if you don't, he'll only say something if he doesn't like it. Like if he needs to change something or it's like, no, I need you. He'll tell you exactly what I want you to say or what I want you to do if you're not giving him whatever it is that he had in his mind. So he didn't have to say too much to me, so I was grateful for that.
Listen, I can tell exactly like you said, your audition tape was literally you on screen. Like I could tell you were really prepared. Like there's no, I've seen a lot of self tapes from cast members like that are name on a credits as stars. yours smoothly transitioned to, and I'm not just telling you that to shoot smoke up your, but you became the character on the self tape and on the screen. You are that character. You are Josiah. They can't give that
Josiah.
title to anybody else.
I
Anybody
appreciate that.
else.
Thank you.
Wow. Does anybody have any questions for Josiah? If I'm calling you Josiah, see that's how good you are. I'm about to call
I
you Josiah.
take it.
But if anyone has any questions for TJ, Mr. Jackson, if you're nasty, put them, that's Janet, put them in the comments, please, you guys. Put them in the comments so that we can ask him. Can you tell us of any future projects that something that you can talk about?
Yeah, absolutely. This is actually a pretty big year for me. Ruthless, of course, is one of the big ones. And now with us going into the mid-season break, for me, it gives me this time to really promote and build Josiah. Um, learn the fans, have them get to know me, build that fan base from that, so that they're calling for more Josiah. Those are the things as an actor you long for and you hope for, so that the people want to see more of you. And so the break actually helps me because it was the last episode before you come back. So that's the last thing that's on people's mind is this last episode. So that's great for me. I just completed. So I was starring in a play called The Prodigal. Because of the pandemic, it had to get pushed back, so they're pushing it back into like August or October. We did a live recording not too long ago. Actually, this past weekend, we did a live recording for it. It was absolutely amazing and just moving. But I'm not going to be able to do the full production now because I'm going to be filming. So I film a project in late September in LA, and then I think we go overseas for that one, and then I have a one-day shoot for another project in October that I
Wow.
film. I have a couple commercials that are coming out this month. Actually, one is regional and one is a national commercial. I can't say which one yet, but I can say that it's a major pizza brand franchise, and the theme is a major or popular Netflix show. The theme
Absolutely.
behind this commercial, so I'm
Okay.
really excited about these commercials. So yeah, so we got that coming out. Then we got P Valley that's coming up
Okay.
down in the
Okay.
pink.
So you're gonna get to play with Blue Kimball twice?
So I didn't have any scenes with Blue
Okay.
in this one, and
Okay.
I believe I'm in episode 3
Okay.
this season of P Valley. But man, like that was another one of those sets where it just felt like family. Like everybody it was just, man, you love going to sets where everybody just makes you feel at home, like you don't feel like you're new, like you're the newbie. You kind of feel like you're already a part of the family. Hey, what's going on? You need anything type of situation. So that was great. And being on set with them and working with some of the female stars and directors. That was exciting. So I'm looking forward to see. And my character name in that is Birthmark.
Okay. Okay.
So
Okay.
Birthmark. So that's
Listen,
June.
I will definitely be tuning in, and I will definitely be showing you love, spreading it through Instagram,
Appreciate it.
YouTube, everywhere. That's just what I do. Like I said, I don't know if you actually had a chance to go through my original TP Ruthless fans over on Instagram, but it's
Hmm.
literally all about the cast, not just the main cast, but the featured actors as well.
Yeah, I
And
saw
listen,
that.
your name made the credits, baby, so you will be talked about as well.
I appreciate it. Nah, yeah, I did see that. So I appreciate the love and the support, honestly. We don't take that for granted at all, man. We're grateful for it. So thank you.
Absolutely. You're welcome. I do have one question so far from Avante, and he would like to know, were you excited to meet the cast? And I'm assuming he's referring to Ruthless.
Yes. Yeah, because this is season 3. So you know about the stars, you know about the cast, and you know about the show. And the show is crazy. So for me, it was exciting to see them behind the scenes, to see how they prepared for, the filming and the show itself. Because again, when we watch the show, it's like, yo, there's some crazy stuff that's going on in the show. And so sometimes if you don't get the opportunity to talk to the cast behind the scenes, you kind of just know them as the characters, and you have your own opinion based off the characters that they're portraying. Like Daikon, like I don't know if how many people would want to know or be friends with Daikon himself, but
Right.
Lenny
Right.
is mad cool. You know, it's mad cool. So it was exciting to be able to meet them, feel that family environment and warmth and welcoming spirit behind that, and just chat with them, talk with them, all of those type of things for the support, everything. So that was exciting to be a part of and to witness the behind the scenes part.
Absolutely. So I do have another question. If there was a character that you could portray in Ruthless, one that's already there, whose job would you take?
That's a great question. That's a great question because the I would okay, so I didn't even know I was gonna share this part. I actually auditioned for Brian, the role of Brian.
Hmm.
And it's funny because Jamie and I are actually boys now. We're like actually pretty cool and close. And so we were talking the other day, and I happened to be scrolling through. I don't know what I was scrolling through, and I saw the audition. I didn't even remember what it was, and I started watching. I was like, "Man, yo, that sounds so familiar." I said, "Get out of here!" I had completely forgot that I had auditioned for Brian, and so I reached out to him. I said, "You're not gonna believe this. Just watch this and tell me if it looks familiar." He was like, "Yo, that's so freaking crazy." So it would be Brian because my niche, if you will, is detective, lawyer, and doctor. I tend to get a lot of auditions as a detective, lawyer, and doctor. It seems to be like my wheelhouse right now. And so it would be Brian. I don't want to lose my fingers, but I think playing something that's just right up my alley with that niche, till you get that break, if you will.
Right.
And his character has some layers to it. I can't imagine the emotional things he's going through and how he prepared for it. And Jamie's doing an absolutely amazing job with Brian, and it's nice now to know him and to be cool with him. So that's pretty cool too. He's a great guy, man. That's a great spirit and everything. Stand
Yeah.
up guy, yeah. So
Absolutely.
it would be Brian.
Wow. So you're trying to take Brian's job? No.
Nah, I'm just saying I did audition for it now. I
Okay.
did audition for it. No, just playing.
I know, but it's all good though. I could see you as a Brian. I could actually see you as a Brian. Nothing to take away from Jamie Calico
Not
because
at
I love
all.
him dearly as well. But
Yeah,
I could actually see that. I could actually see that.
yeah.
Okay. So I'm sorry if messing up the title, and I promise I just watched this movie on was that Hulu. Um it's with John Cena. Now I'm a big
Oh
wrestling fan.
yeah,
So how was it just to be in the arena with him and Rail, like
yeah,
the two of
yeah,
them? How
yeah.
was that?
It was first of all, real is hilarious. This was during the NBA bubble playoffs, by the way, when we were filming this, it's Vacation Friends.
Yes.
And I remember we were all in the house in the waiting room that they had us in, and it was me, it was John, it was Meredith, it was Rel, it was Yvonne Orgy, it was Andrew Bach, it was all of them. It was, oh my gosh,
Then
Lynn
Whitfield.
Whitfield.
Okay.
Oh man, I'm sitting, I'm
Yes.
having a conversation with her and everything. Like what? Like,
Wow.
like you was like, I was a kid. I had a crush on you from Thin Line Between Love and Hate, and I'm sitting in the same room having a conversation with you. Like, are you kidding me? That was an amazing experience right there. And just talking to John. John loves cars, by the way. If you ever get a chance to talk to him, bring up cars. He'll become his best friend, new best friend. He loves cars, exotic cars, old fashioned, classic cars, all of those, whatever.
Right.
But that was a great experience because we all got to watch not only the NBA playoffs together, but we got to watch the vice presidential debate together too.
Wow.
So it was something that was beyond just acting for us. We were part of stuff that was happening in the real world. So that was really cool.
Right. Absolutely. Listen, you're being exposed to people that average people would not even get the opportunity to be exposed to. These people are all very creative. Like I said, I watched John Cena when he first went into wrestling and the way that his character developed as a wrestler, but then he goes into the acting world. He wanted to be a rapper for a minute, but he went into that, you know what I mean? So you're in good company, and I just commend you on all that you were doing. I commend you. Like, I mean, I wouldn't be able to do it. I tried doing the background like one time, and I got lucky. I'm gonna be honest with you because I am not an actor. I don't study or anything like that. But I see, like how you say, Mr. Perry works really, really fast. You got to know your stuff when you get in there. I've been able to see it firsthand, and you're not lying. So everything you're saying is so true. So I commend you for being able to do something like that.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm not gonna hold you much longer. I just want to know, do you have any final thoughts that you'd like to give to the people?
Yeah, man. Listen, I'm all about motivating people, inspiring people, encouraging people. We got one life to live on this earth, you know? If you got a dream or vision, if you woke up tomorrow morning and money was no longer an issue for you, what would you do? Ask yourself that question, find the answer, and then find a way, some type of way to make it happen. Go for it. Take your leap of faith and jump. You gotta jump. And jump all in. If you fall, so what? But what if you fly? You know, I like to leave you with one of my favorite quotes. The sky is not the limit. It's only the beginning. So dream big.
Wow. Wow. Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you so much, Mr. Jackson, for joining us here on this Ruthless, Tyler Perry's Ruthless fans, all things Ruthless, Ruthless addicts, literally all that over here. I just want to thank you because you could have easily said, no, I don't have time to do that. But you took out a moment of your time, and I absolutely appreciate you for that. Where can everybody find you?
Yeah, and first, I'm grateful to be here. So thanks for having me. You know, it's an honor and it's a privilege. You can find me on anywhere, honestly, at I am TJ Jackson. All of my handles is the same thing. My website is the same thing. My email is the same thing. I am TJ Jackson, and I'll come up.
Absolutely. Well, that is about it. It has been a pleasure having this conversation with you. I'm the type of person, see, I go to church too, and you know how those pastors say, I'm not going to hold you much longer. And then they talk like 30 more minutes long. You know what
Take
I mean?
your time, Pastor. Take your time.
Okay, those people in the crowd, and you looking like, come on now. He said he was going to let us go. But anyway, like I said, thank you so much for hanging out a little bit with me over here at All Things Ruthless. And you have a great, great rest of your week, and you be blessed. Thank you so much. I am so grateful. Thank you.
Thank you. Y'all have a good one. Until next time.
All right. Okay, y'all. That's about it. Your girl was not going to hold you guys very long. I just had to bring this young gentleman here that we call Josiah over to the Ruthless family. When you guys see him, make sure you follow him on all of his platforms. I am TJ Jackson. That's everywhere. YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, everywhere, y'all. Y'all make sure y'all follow him, show him some love. And thank you guys. Thank you, Facebook. Thank you, YouTube. Thank you. Yeah, I got my Facebook people over here and my YouTube people. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. And that's about it. Y'all stay ruthless, okay?